D Champ, intellectually stimulating. How are you? I had a woman send me a Facebook message, and this woman has been paying attention to my Facebook page for a while. She began to say some positive things about me. I said, "Uh oh." Then she began to say some negative things about me. Fair. Everyone has their opinion. So, excuse me. She then begins to give a full psychological breakdown of me, except one thing. I've never met this woman. I don't know who she is. This woman gave a full psychological breakdown of me that was absolutely false. You see, people can post anything they want to post on social media. It doesn't mean that they're going through it. They've experienced it in the past. It could be a point of life. It could be a point of reference. It could be a funny, what they call a meme. It could be a interesting meme. It doesn't mean that you believe it or you're going through. You may just say, that's interesting. Let me post it just to see what people think. Here is my question. Do people really judge who someone is by their Facebook page, by their Instagram page? Okay, sometimes you say to yourself, yeah, okay. But quite often, I find that you can't judge someone by their Facebook page. Ladies, I've been told by a lot of women. A lot of women think I hate women. They dislike me. But here's the thing. I've dated none of those women. You cannot judge whether or not a man likes women by his Facebook page. If I post Minister Jap, if I post Kevin Samuels, if I post Alpha Male Strategies, if I post Coach Greg Adams, that means that I hate women? If I agree with someone's post, it means that I hate women? You see, there is something about shaming language. Shaming language. If you tell the truth and you're honest, they say you hate women. It's shaming language. There are grown women who make a 100% character personality judgment about you based on what you post. I had a woman tell me today, she says, I think you dislike women. I don't really give a fuck what you think. Excuse my language. I don't care what you women think about me. The thing is, the women that think you don't like women are beneath you. Them ghetto, those hood, those ratchet women we talk about all the time, those are the ones talking about you don't like women. When you hold women to standards, they start talking about you don't like women. So let's reverse this. Let's reverse it. Let's look at it from a woman's standpoint. Looking back over to the man's side. Let's make the women the men. And let's talk about all the shaming language you use to talk to men. Let's talk about all the things you say, men ain't this, men ain't that. You use a term called niggas. Niggas ain't this. But you talk about us men. So do you hate men? So it's one sided. You're unapproachable. I'm unapologetic. You have you have no definition of what I'm talking about. Because talking to a woman who's made up her mind about you is lunacy. Talk to the wall. And that's okay. Because the women who are mad at me, the women who say you don't like women, I don't want to talk to y'all anyway. But I'm still telling the truth. Millions of men and women have proven, Diedrich, you telling the truth. D Champ, intellectually stimulating, man. You telling the truth, man. You see, I started out with a basic series, a feminine series about what men are looking for in and with women. And hey, when I tell you I received so much hate, and let me be honest, the women who say you dislike women, you hate women, I don't want y'all anyway. Don't nobody want y'all. Men will get with y'all, they'll hit it and leave, and that's the pattern for 97% of you women. You get hit and left to the point where you start talking like this. I'm not interested in quick hookups. I'm not interested in one night stands, friends with benefit, special friends. That's how you know they've been ran through, because they tell on themselves. Their guilt in their life, they'll tell on themselves. If a man says anything that a woman disagrees with, he doesn't like women. And I've seen this happen to, excuse me, many men. I've seen this happen to many men. So, but you see, I can't make a status saying I'm going to continue telling the truth. For the women who don't like me, I don't want y'all anyway. The women who don't like me, you're beneath me. Nobody wants y'all. That's why you single. That's why y'all dating each other. Because you don't have nobody else to date. One of the women that come in today, been kicking them to the curb. Somebody just kicked them to the curb. You big. You violent. And the sad thing about it is, I was defending black women for years. No, black women not like that. No, brother, it's just you. No, brother, black women ain't like that, bruh. No, bro, you just found you a bad black woman, man. Choose another one, man. And then, like I said, over 10 years later, 15 years later, 2004, 2005, I had an event that happened in my life. Me and this PhD doctor friend of mine, we started a research because we saw dating decline. That was 2004, 2005. 2006, 7, 8, it's got worse. Now look where it is. And once my doctor friend of mine publishes his PhD, his theorem, and once it gets approved and all it has to go through to get your PhD, I'm going to give his name and I'm going to post the study so you can read it. You're not going to believe it. You're going to say it's a lie. But I've dissected my personal life. I've dissected it. You see, as a man or a woman, if you keep running into bad people, you'll say, it's me. Until you understand fully that it's not you. It's not you. Because, see, I thought it was me. Then I started talking to other men. And they said, man, the same thing happened to me, man. And men and hundreds and thousands of men are talking to each other now. So I know. It's not just me. Men all over the world. Now, there are some women in certain geographic locations that haven't been westernized, that are still raised to be feminine. But if you give a woman a little bit of money, living in the same house with you, your divorce is imminent. I've seen it happen so many times. I know this friend of mine that played professional football. Him and his wife went to college together. They graduated together. He went to the NFL. They've known each other since high school. They've known each other 16, 17 years. They got married when they got out of college. She had a child. He's still in the NFL. When the child got 6, started going to kindergarten, pre-kindergarten, she went to law school. She graduated from law school. By the time that child was 10 years old, they were divorced. Another situation. People, I could go on and on. You have to understand that it's not you. It's society. Listen to all of these men that are talking. Listen to all of the stories of the men. Then tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that I don't like women. When it's hundreds of thousands of men worldwide that say the same thing. When women are now asking the question, where are the good men? And men are asking the same question, where are the good women? A lot of people say, ain't no more. I don't believe that. There are millions of people all over the world that are looking for the one love, the one person, and they're still searching. I asked a question the other day. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Is that dating? Is that relationships? Is that marriage? Is it insanity to stay in the dating game? I know this friend of mine, he's 60 years old. He's been dating since he was 15, 18. That's over 40 years in the game. He still ain't found a good woman. I have friends of mine from 60, 50, 40, 30 looking for a good woman. Incredible men that have all the stuff women looking for. These men are 7 foot tall, all the way down to 5'5". Spread all over the world. Expats, everything. Is it us? So there is a large amount of ignorance in the world. Large amount. You see, people can point the finger, but they never take the time to look inside. I'm going to keep speaking the truth. Because it's the truth. And it shall set me free. But you don't have to believe D Champ intellectually stimulating. Why don't you go on YouTube and look and pull up some of the other men and see what they say? Rollo Tomasi, Donovan Sharp, Minister Jab, Solo TV 84, Coach Greg. Just keep listening to what the men are saying. Before you say it's just me. Because it's not. I appreciate you reading my page. I appreciate you listening to my YouTube videos. But have an open mind and a balanced perspective. Because if you say I hate women, then it's quite obviously you are shallow and biased. D Champ, intellectually stimulating. Have a good day.